Welcome to Info Hub. In our headlines, President to address the 71st sitting of the National Assembly. Exxon's Center for Business Development has trained more than 500 individuals and businesses. Essequibo Pomeroon CoOp to benefit from new building, and second ICT Hub opens on the east coast of Demerara. Stay tuned for the details of these and more. And now for the details. On Thursday, the 71st sitting of the National Assembly of the 11th Parliament's first session will take place.
It is customary for the head of state to address the National Assembly when it reconvenes after recess. During the last sitting on October 12, 2016, President Granger outlined his administration's legislative agenda to address good governance, national development, crime and security, and the recovery of stolen state assets, and the pursuit of a green agenda. The President will be addressing the administration's future expectations and Budget 2018 tomorrow. At tomorrow's sitting, the Protected Disclosure Bill of 2017 and the Witness Protection Bill of 2017 will be presented by Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Basil Williams. The Ministry of Finance has been working assiduously to ensure that Budget 2018 is an inclusive and well-rounded one. Consultations with various stakeholders were conducted in the month of October. Earlier this month, Minister Winston Jordan had assured that there will be no new taxes in Budget 2018. He said the new budget seeks to provide an incentive to some sectors and promote small business growth. Approximately $250 billion was allocated for the 2017 national budget under the theme Building a Diversified Green Economy, Delivering the Good Life to All Guyanese. Zenil Williams reporting for Info Hub.
The Wildlife Conservation and Management Commission today held the first in a series of consultations to give legal effect to activities with regard to wildlife use and management. Tiffany Rogers has more.
The discussions seek to develop appropriate regulations to govern hunting, trapping, protection, conservation, and sustainable use of wildlife locally.
This represents another significant step in the enhancement of our overall national institutional capacity to ensure sound and sustainable environmental management in Guyana.
The establishment of relevant updated regulations for the management of wildlife resources is a key element in the government's pursuit of sustainable management of the environment, Minister Joseph Harmon added.
The mechanisms for proper management of our environment and our ecosystems include our wildlife must be viewed within the context of the Green State Development Strategy, which represents our government's commitment to the continued protection and stewardship of our national patrimony.
Today's consultations by the Wildlife Conservation and Management Commission is part of fulfilling its mandate under the Wildlife Conservation and Management Act of 2016. For Info Hub, Tiffany Rogers.
Municipalities are benefiting from discussions that will enhance their financial management. Details from Renetta LaFleur.
The Ministry of Communities is hosting a series of roundtable discussions with municipalities to enable them to effectively manage their finances. The first of the series of discussions was held today at Tower Suites. Minister of Communities Ronald Bulkan described this activity as important since basic budgeting must be in place for there to be transparency and accountability.
His Excellency has articulated the concept and the vision of capital towns, one that embeds itself in our communities. It is incumbent, therefore, that these capital towns and our municipalities be equipped to effectively harness and strategically deploy their resources to the benefit of their citizens.
Speaking on the importance of strategic financial management for sustainable municipal development, Finance Secretary Dr. Hector Butts said municipalities must make critical financial decisions so as to not have deficits.
Financial management requires that one keeps one eye on the issue of deficit. As you look at the budget, you need to consider deficits and to identify that deficits more often not come about because persons get caught up in discretionary spending, which tend to surface more from a day-to-day perspective as from a planned perspective.
Auditor General Deodat Sharma also commended the session and expressed the belief that it will improve the financial status of municipalities.
It's very important to have good governance, ensure that you have transparency in your activities, and to have a proper accountability, you have to produce your accounts. And as I'm saying, 2016 should have been presented to us for audit purpose.
The series of discussions are being held under the theme Strengthening Financial Management for Sustainable Municipal Development. Reporting from Tower Suites, I am Renetta LaFleur for InfoHub.
11 schools compete in an inter-school fitness challenge at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall. Stacey Carmichael has that report.
The Fitness Challenge is a collaborative effort between the Ministry of Public Health, Pan American Health Organization, World Health Organization, PAO, WHO, Fusion Fitness Gym, among others. Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. Karen Boyle explained that the initiative is a means to combat chronic disease among young people since behavioral changes start early while undergoing puberty.
We recognize that they can take charge of their health, and the little decisions they make, when you put them together, they compose a lifestyle. And if we can encourage them to adopt healthy lifestyles at an early age, it becomes a habit later on.
It is hoped that the Fitness Challenge will be supported and adopted in all of the 10 administrative regions. National Sports Commission's Physical Education Sports Specialist, Sean Erskine, said the challenge aims to revitalize physical activity in the school environment and serves as a motivation and a stimulus package for both teachers and students.
What we want to do is really to promote physical activity in the school setting, have our kids be active because of the illnesses that we've been plagued with in our society, childhood obesity, among others. And we don't want to have a nation that is dying at an early age from chronic illnesses. We want to actually reverse that. And we know from science tells that lifestyle disease can be reversed.
Recently, a similar fitness challenge was conducted at the Berbice High School auditorium, with schools participating from as far as the Quarantine Coast. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
The Center for Business Development has facilitated training for nearly 500 individuals and businesses. More from Tiffany Rojas.
Some 350 individuals have taken the Introduction to Offshore Oil and Gas course offered by the Center for Local Business Development since August, Project Director Patrick Henry said.
Which is a general overview of the industry, of what's happening here in Guyana and how businesses can start to take advantage of that opportunity.
The course is offered every Tuesday at the center located in the IPED building on South Road. An additional 150 businesses have also benefited from a procurement course which the center conducts on Thursdays.
And it's understanding how the oil and gas industry hire their suppliers, the stages of pre-qualification, what that means, all the way through tendering and kind of how bids get reviewed, so people understand what's happening.
The center, established by ExxonMobil, is also providing training to some 19 businesses that work alongside the supply chain and supply chain logistics within the oil industry. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rojas.
A small group of youths benefiting from the implementation of the second phase of the Hinterland Employment and Youth Service, better known as HAYES program, capitalized on the opportunity offered by the Rockstone Fish Festival and launched a booth. Stacey Carmichael tells us more.
Several youths who recently concluded the HAYES program are taking their first shot at entrepreneurship by showcasing their products at the annual Rockstone Fish Festival. One of the youngsters, Dino Williams, said members of the group pooled their resources and opened a booth at the event. He expressed gratitude to the government for launching the initiative, which has taught them a lot about entrepreneurship.
His program has been teaching us to be our own boss. And being our own boss is this fish festival, we have launched our booth to actually feel like how to become an entrepreneur. And this has given us a great opportunity, and we must say thanks to the Ministry of Indigenous People Affairs, especially to the Minister Gary DeLoe. Thumbs up for you.
Williams said the event provided the perfect opportunity for them to test their theoretical knowledge learned during the program as it relates to developing a small business. The group, comprising young men and women from the community of Rockstone, prepared potato chips and fried fish and other food items such as cassava bread. Phase 2 of the HAZE program was launched in July and will benefit 2,000 youths from 100 hinterland villages. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
The Ghana National CoOp Union and the Essequibo Pomeroon Regional CoOp Union, through the Ministry of Social Protection and the Jaigobain family, signed an agreement to construct a CoOp Union's main office in Anna Regina Region 2. More from Crystal Stull.
According to Chairman of the Interim Management Committee of Guyana National CoOp Union, Derek Cummins, the agreement stemmed from a complaint filed 3 years ago by the Essequibo Pomeroon CoOp Union against the Jagabins over the encroachment of land and property belonging to the union. Cummings explained that the two parties resolved the issue through dialogue.
A cease order was placed so Mr. Jagabin couldn't expand his business. But through negotiations and discussions, rather than having everything stalled and tied up in court and nobody benefiting, the Lands Department, the Lands Commission, has identified an alternative plot of land that is satisfactory to the persons who are aggrieved. And Mr. Jaigobain has consented to pay for that land and to construct a building.
It was explained that ultimately the CoOp Union saw the need for private partnerships to collaborate with cooperatives. This example, Cummins said, will set the tone for more businesses to work together with the union.
Once cooperatives are successful, it means money is generated and money will be spent at the business. And once the business is there to provide goods and services, then there will be those goods and services that will contribute to a better life for people.
Anna Regina businessman Ganesh Jagabin said he is elated that the matter was resolved to everyone's satisfaction.
I think both parties will benefit here. I want to assure you that whatever is on the plan, whatever is the cost is, and whatever is on the plan, that I will deliver soon. I want to deliver a good building. I promise that I will deliver what is expected.
12 cooperatives will be registered immediately and are expected to benefit, while others will be rehabilitated. The signing of the agreement was witnessed and signed by members of the State Asset Recovery Act, the Jagabins, and representatives from EP CoOp Union and the Guyana National CoOp Union. Crystal Stull for InfoHub.
Persons are being urged to get acquainted with information technology as the second East Coast of Demerara ICT Hub opened in the supply community. Paul McAdam has our final report.
The ICT Hub, the second on the east coast of Demerara, is the 62nd to be opened. National Data Management Authority Director Philip Walcott noted that whilst it is important that students have the opportunity to complete assignments, adults are also being encouraged to use the facility and familiarize themselves with the technology.
One of the things we really want to see is bigger persons take up self-learning. Use the hub as a basis for learning things that you wanted to learn about, but you didn't have a chance to learn before. You can go online and do a course, but you can also learn some stuff.
Some of the residents on hand for the opening ceremony welcomed the idea.
Most of the elderly, they come up with the idea that they need to know a little more about computers. Some of them don't have no knowledge of what is going on with the computer, even to press a button.
That is true, because me and I want to do it too, because I don't know much about computer, right? I get the phone, the iPhone, yeah, but this is more, yeah, thanks. This is more update.
For sure, you know that I will benefit from this hub, because there's a lot of things that I need to know about computer, and due to it that I had to pay to go and get the knowledge for it, right? That kind of slow me up. But now seeing that I have it now for free, right? Give thanks to Mr. Granger.
The hub is outfitted with 20 internet-connected computers and will be opened daily. The next ICT Hub is slated to be opened on November 2nd in Melanie Damishano, a few villages away. Paul McAdam for InfoHub.
Thanks for watching. Remember to connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.
Daddy!